Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I have received multiple messages and multiple comments for you guys requesting for me to compare and contrast the Ameda Mya and the Ameda Finesse. So finally bringing to you this awesome video. So if you're curious to know what are the differences between the two, make sure to stick around to the very end. My name's Kasandra and I love reviewing baby products for you. So if that is something you always want to be in the know of, knowing great products that are out there, pros and cons, make sure to subscribe and follow all my social media links. So as you guys know, I am an Ameda mom. I have had the Ameda and tried them out since my daughter was first born, and I just love the experience I've had with them. That's why I'm always sharing them with you. So a lot of you guys have wrote so many questions wondering, how does the Mya do this? What is the difference between the Finesse when it comes to these things? I wrote down all of your questions. So I apologize because I am going to bring out my notebook because I wrote all of your questions down because I want to make sure not to miss any of them. So first, let me tell you about the differences. As you can clearly see, they are two completely and dramatically different sizes. The Ameda Mya was made to travel. They were made for the moving mom, the busy mom, the mom that has a moving toddler that cannot stay still to pump every few hours and be restrained to a chair. It is made for the mom who has to be up on the go, charging in her car, charging at work, charging at friend's house, neighbor's house, daycare, school, just anywhere. Somebody like me that never sits still and being restrained to a wall was just not happening. So the Ameda Mya was made compact, quiet, small, portable. It has a rechargeable battery. The Finesse does have battery options, but you have to put in your own 6 AA batteries in them. And it does drain the battery very quickly. So if you're going to use battery, I would suggest as a backup. Let's say you go to the beach or something or have an emergency, always having a set of batteries in the bag just in case you can't reach a plug, you can't find somewhere to plug in the Finesse. Put the batteries in, get a nice pump, but don't rely on that as your main source of pumping. If you find a way to purchase those rechargeable batteries that you can always plug in, recharge, that would be a great option. But if you're really looking for that cordless pump, the Mya is the way to go. The cups that are provided with the Finesse is a 4-ounce cup. They are a lot smaller. The ones that come with the Mya is a 5-ounce cup, and they made them a lot bigger. So the size is drastically different, as you can see. So depending how much milk you're producing, that could make a difference. So even though the Mya is smaller, the valves are bigger. And if you're curious, because I didn't know the purpose of the valves, they actually suction and release while the pump is going. That creates contractions on the breast, which allow the milk to drop. So the valves are very important, which I had no clue. So again, the valves on the Mya are bigger compared to the ones on the Finesse. So how are these two products the same? First, they are both easily portable. Yes, the Finesse is bigger. However, I have looked at other breast pumps that are drastically larger, where they have their own bag that is completely attached to because of how big it is. So even though the Finesse is bigger, when I was in my prime of pumping, they're both easily portable. The Finesse did come with its own tote bag, so I had all my supplies in there, and it was easily able to bring it in the car, use it in stores, did what I have to do with it. The Mya does fit in a purse, but the Mya is made to be portable. That is your go-to if you need to get around town, do some errands. If you get to pick two, I would suggest the Finesse for home and the Mya for your on-the-go movements. They both have the single and dual electric pump options. So if your baby is latched to one breast and you need to pump the other, both of them have that option for you to use. They are both very comfortable. I would play around with both the pumps and have one on each breast to kind of see how I felt. And they both were easily and just as simply comfortable. What I like about the Mya is that the massage and the expression mode have distinct numbers, and it has the memory function. So once I turned it off, and I went back to pump, I just turned it on and it remembered my last number, which was great. With the Finesse, it kind of has the knobs, so to fully turn off, you have to reset it every time, and when you go to pump for your next one, you kind of have to guesstimate where it was the last time you used it. So when it comes to kind of the memory function, Mya is better, but as far as the comfortability to it, how they both felt equally as great. So now the questions. Number one question I have been asked is the flang sizes. What I didn't know in the very beginning, because as mentioned, I'm the first one in my family to pump and breastfeed, was when the flang sizes, it actually has to do with the hole inside the flang. I was imagining the ring, because with the Mya, I was looking and the ring was a lot bigger compared to ones on the Finesse. But when I looked at the holes were different sizes. So after some research, I realized it had nothing to do with the ring. It had to do with the hole inside. So the Mya has 3 different flang sizes. It comes in 24, 28, and 30. The Finesse has a larger variety of the flangs. It has a 25, a 30, a 28, 32.5, 36. So it has small to extra large. However, with the tubing, I was able to swap. So for someone who has a larger chest size, you might want to request a tubing for the Finesse and maybe use the Mya pump if that is your favorite. So depending on your insurance or if you're purchasing it separately, I would request parts to the Finesse for the Mya if you have a larger breast size for the flangs, because the Mya doesn't have a large variety just yet. Not saying they won't, but at the moment they just have the 3 sizes. As far as suction went, I had no issues using either of the pumps. I did not have any milk that got backed up in the tubing. I did not have any feeling after I was done pumping where there was milk still stuck and I needed to constantly having that pump attached to me even longer to get everything out. It always felt great after each pumping. Did I get milk clogs? Yes, I did. But honestly, that was more towards the nighttime, depending how I slept. Or if I was just relaxing on the couch and I noticed I'm leaning a certain way for a long time, that created a lot of milk backup. But I use hot rags, I would use hot compresses, kind of get everything loose, pump again, and I was good to go. So I really did not have a preference in either of the two as far as when it came to suction. I think they both did a great job. They also asked about clips. Neither of the products come with clips just yet. However, the Finesse and the Mya are still great compact sizes. What I used to do with the Mya is that I would always have some kind of jacket or robe that had a pocket. So while I was pumping, I had the Mya tucked into my pocket and I had no issue with it. The Finesse was more of a sit-still pump, so I never really needed any type of product to hold it because I was always sitting down stationary when I used the product. Another question asked was if bottles could be swapped. The Mya has 5-ounce bottles and the Finesse has 4-ounce bottles. The Mya bottles are a lot bigger and do not fit a lot of other products. However, the Finesse can be swapped. I am not a huge advocate of using third-party products when it comes to specific things like tubing, like the flangs, anything that's specifically made for that product. There is a reason why they use them. There is a reason they made everything compatible with each other. So if you use other things such as tubing, such as the diaphragms, the silicone valves, you might not have the experience that Ameda intended for you to have. When it comes to bottles, not so big on it. I think you can easily swap them out, especially for the mom who can produce 8+ ounces during their pumps, which I have read so many great stories of moms that are able to do that. You definitely need more than a 4 or 5-ounce bottle. You can attach a lot of other bottles. I use Dr. Brown a lot, and if I needed to, I was able to swap them out pretty easily. When it came to the Finesse, the Mya, as I mentioned, the pieces are a lot bigger, so not a lot of bottles were compatible with the Mya. I was asked a lot of questions about the molding in the tubing. I personally did not experience any on either of the pumps. However, I did boil my products, the tubing, about every other day. So I was constantly cleaning them out, letting them dry, and reusing them. Depending how long you go without boiling them, steaming them, or anything like that, that might be the cause for any type of molding in it. But I always recommend at least every other day giving it a good clean, because there's only so much soap and water under a sink can really get in there and clean. So from my experience, I did not experience any molding from either of the tubing products. Someone asked about the battery life on the Ameda Finesse. As I mentioned, I did play around with it with some battery. It did not last very long, but I hate baby products that require battery because so many of them do. So at this point, I don't even buy top of the line batteries because they're so expensive. But if you have heavy duty batteries that are rechargeable, definitely recommend those. But I do recommend only for like one sitting, emergency base, can't find a plug, not as your go-to cordless pump. If that's what you're looking for, you're going to want the Mya. Another great question is what accessories came with the products. I ordered my pumps through my insurance company. I worked with a third party. I see if I qualify for my insurance, if they take it. If they do, they send me a list of products that I qualify for. I order, and then they bill the insurance, my insurance, and then I get it for free. But each insurance and each third party that you go through offers different things, different packages. The one I use did come with multiple accessories. It came with tote bag, it came with extra tubing, it came with a little ice pack, the ice coolers that go in the little lunchbox. I had a lot of things. Compared to the Mya, I have looked at a lot of companies, the third-party companies, and it is the basic structure. It is the pump, 2 bottles, and the tubing. However, always check with your insurance company, because my insurance company about every 3 months send me a new set of tubing, bottles, things like that for free. So always check. I can't really give you a definite answer because each company is different. So I have some new moms on the journey that asked some questions, which I completely understand why you ask these questions, because it is so confusing and I was on the same boat as you. So one of the first questions I received from some great moms out there is, how long should I pump? That is such a tough question because everybody's body is so different. What I've learned is that you can only do so much. You can drink the teas, eat the cookies, have the diet, go on runs, exercise. You can put in your part 100%. That doesn't mean your body's gonna listen and produce all of this milk. So just keep a regular schedule. In the very beginning, every 2 hours I was on that pump. I started to slow down in my production once the exhaustion hit and I needed more sleep. I started faulting with my regimen not being as consistent, and it did mess up my milk production. But even at my prime, my body wasn't the mom that can make 8+ ounces in a sitting. The most I made from each was 4. That was my top of the line where I pumped. So I don't think my journey was gonna be extremely long because of how much I was producing and how often I was pumping from them. But just be consistent, have a schedule, stick to that schedule, and have your baby latch as much as possible. If for some reason your baby doesn't latch, just be very, very consistent with your pumping. That's gonna make all of the difference. And if for some reason you are not producing milk, regardless of how consistent you are, do not be hard on yourself. Know you are trying the best you can. You are an awesome mom and you can only do so much. Your body has to do the rest, and if they're not, then it's not. Do not feel bad if you have to supplement, use formula. Your baby needs to be fed, and however you feed it is amazing, and you're doing a great job. Another great question I was asked is, how long does it take to fill a bottle? As mentioned, every mom's body is different, so it can vary and it depends on your milk production. For me, it took about a month to be able to fill, a month and a half. I was solely breastfeeding in the beginning, and remember, your body's going to react to your child. So depending how often they feed, how much they need, your body will start producing more milk to support your child. So if your baby's not eating so much in the beginning, your body might not supplement and start making the milk. So we mentioned, do not be hard on yourself. Do not read other people's comments. I know how disheartening that can be when you're reading a mom producing X amount of milk and you're struggling just to make an ounce or two. Do not be hard. If you're not filling the bottle, you're not filling the bottle. Speak to your pediatrician, speak to your doctor, and see what else you can do to supplement and provide food and nutrition for your little one. So I hope that helped learning the differences between the two. If you ask me my personal opinion, I'm going to go with the Mya. They are both fantastic products though. So depending what journey you are on, what your needs are for pumping, either one is a fantastic choice. My personal choice as to why I like the Mya is because I hate being stuck to pumping every 2 hours, stuck on a chair, not being able to move. I just can't. I have too much on my plate, too much going on, and that became a very stressful experience for me. So the Mya allowed me to continue. I would put it in my pocket and continue doing what I have to do. So that is the only reason it is my favorite. But as far as a product goes, as far as its performance, its durability, they're both fantastic products. And depending what you need will just depend what choice you make. Either way, I am pretty sure you are going to be so satisfied and so happy with your pump. So I hope this review helped. If so, don't forget to show some love and subscribe to all my social media links. Also, I created a new Facebook group called Parents Talk Products. Here, parents are posting so many different questions, talking about products they like, they don't like. Just great conversations all around. So make sure to join in on those great conversations. See you very soon. And don't forget to tell yourself every morning you're an amazing parent and you're doing a great job.